And I'm going to start.
Haven't we done that?
No, you have no idea.
I mean, Tom Cruise.
We're going to start with Matt on this, and I'm going to say something, and I want you to react to it. I'm not making these things up, by the way, just to make a joke or something. These are real. These are real things. You have to own up to it and maybe explain it.
Awesome.
We're going to go down to. I understand that you love Tupperware, and I'd like an explanation of that.
That's nothing to be ashamed of.
All right. Yeah. People don't understand how amazing Tupperware actually is. You want to talk about things you believe in, what we can all get behind. Tupperware, you know, is amazing. What is so amazing about Tupperware is...
I'm telling you.
Yeah. And funny, you know, people look down on Tupperware parties, but you mix a six-pack into that, and it goes, Millions. Best thing about Tupperware is, rather than cook every single night, it's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot yourself in the head. Cook once.
He's bringing crime into it, you see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm solving it.
I told you guys, this is real stuff. Angie, you were once pulled over.
Oh, come on, really?
Charged, and she was charged with this, driving while naked.
I was not charged.
Well, and it had something to do with ants. Can you explain the incident?
You know, you keep asking me questions that require a very long explanation, and there are very talented people up here that would like to talk.
No, they want to hear this.
Okay, take your time.
Nobody wants to talk.
Take your time.
We're good down here.
Yeah.
Did you say ants?
I was not charged, A. B, I was in high school, and I was on the drill team. And we had just come back from a game, and I was going home, and I couldn't find my keys, so I sat down. God, really? And I sat down to look for my keys in my purse in an ant pile. Has anyone ever been bitten by a fire ant?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay? Now you can imagine from here to here, it is an unpleasant experience. Okay? And so what I had to do was, we had, you know, these leotards that had fringe, because when you do your contagion, it looks very pretty that everyone is together, okay? So it was a leotard, and I had to unzip it and get out of it, and so I just put like, really? Okay, and I just put on like my t-shirt, and that was it, and I got in my car. I mean, my house was literally 4 blocks from my high school. So I get in my car, and of course, I got pulled over for rolling a stop sign. I so didn't roll it. And the officer looks in, and we have this great, there's Highland Park and then there's University Park, and so we have Highland Park Police and University Park Police. And they know every kid in the school, and all they want to do is mess with you. And so one of the officers pulled up, who I'd met several times, and he was like, "Ms. Harmon, would you mind stepping out of the car?"
Uh-oh.
And I literally said, "No." And then I realized, and in the pause that I took, realizing that I was a 16-year-old that just said no to an officer, you know, you get that Q beam right in your face, and he went, "What do you mean no?" And I was like, "I'm not dressed." And it's just getting deeper and more awful and more horrible outside of the ant bites, okay? And so he says, "What do you mean you're not dressed?" And he has the flashlight, and he goes, "What do you mean you're, oh, sorry." And so he says it, and he's like, "Well, let me just see your license real quick." And now he won't look at me, and he's looking out over there, and I just went, "I can't find it." And so I spent 20 minutes looking for my license because I had left my purse on the back of my car, and it stayed there the whole time.
But never. Oh, my good.
And so I was in a t-shirt.
Yeah, you can say panties here.
Well, I was wearing them.
Okay. We're just glad you were never charged.
I wasn't charged.
No, okay. Matt,
Fine.
Speaking of driving, is it true or false that a fan actually ran you off the road?
Like a rose.
It's true.
What happened with that?
I was crossing Sunset Boulevard, and someone was making a left and swerved towards me, and I jumped off the side of the road, and they said, they rolled down the window, and the ultimate sort of insult of it all, they were like, "Oh, I thought you were Neil Caffrey." drove off and peeled out, literally. I said, well, I am, but...
Yeah. Sorry that happened. We're sorry we brought it up. Kelly,
Yeah.
I think people might be interested to know that you got your SAG card just so you could appear nude on film. Of course, you were 6 months old at the time. Can you tell us what the product was and what
It's a really boring story.
No, it's not. What was the product you were pushing? You were 6 months old or 7 months
It
old?
was Raggedy Ann diapers. It was my mother, my mother is an actress, and she got a commercial, and they needed a baby, and she said, I have one.
So you seriously, you got your SAG card before you...
I did, but I didn't know that. When I was 18 and I was busy trying to get Taft-Hartley, and then there's that catch-22 of trying to get your union card, and then I finally got it, and I called the union, and they said, you've been eligible to join for 18 years. And I'm like, I had no idea. No idea.
Boris,
I'm so scared right now.
Boris, you once bragged that you could wipe the floor with Serena Williams.
Oh, there we go again.
Now, did you actually say that?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And you were a tennis star at Virginia Commonwealth University, so you think that, in all seriousness, if she were to come out here and challenge you to a match right now, you could beat her?
I've never lost to her.
Okay. Mary, now you're sort of a modern person. You do Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, right?
Not Facebook, no.
But Twitter.
Yeah, I will answer, yes.
And
yes,
people would probably text you photographs, family photographs and stuff like that. I found out that a long, long time ago that Brett Favre called to ask you out, and I'm just wondering if there's anything that you want to tell us.
No. I don't know what you're talking about. I honestly don't.
I thought somebody told me that was true, so I just wanted to get you.
Oh, I'm so glad it's not. I don't know what you're talking about. But
It was
it's not.
me.
I
It
escaped.
was you, Thomas.
Never heard that before. Never. Don't know anything
So
about
Thomas
it.
was actually
And I'm off the hook.
That's right.
That's it for me.
That's it for you. Because Thomas has already admitted to being the one that made the
No, it was Brett Favre who texted me and asked me. So weird about that.
No. Yours is, it's not so much that it's funny, but it's pitiful.
Oh, I'm sure it's not funny.
No, it's not. But you're...
It is pitiful, though,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Tell us now, you're how old now? 39?
Something like that, Jim.
This is a man he's a great golfer. Now, that's the true part of it. But he only plays golf with men over 80.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's what you told me on the phone.
If I'm lucky, I play golf with men over 80.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mike Connors is like a scratch golfer, and he and Thomas play golf a lot with that. And Marg, you wanted to, first I just want to tell you, I'm a TV guide fanatic, and I was going back to my TV guides, and in the last 2 years of TV guides, you were on the cover 470 times. It was amazing, which is more times than...
470?
I'm just making that up. You wanted to be a nurse, and this could be a serious thing or whatever. I was curious. Is that
Marg wanted to be a nurse?
Yeah, she wanted to be a nurse.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant him. Okay.
No, Thomas was a nurse. Thomas was a wet nurse.
I thought he wanted to be Tom Cruise.
Thomas was a wet nurse. And Marg, you wanted to be a nurse for a while, right?
Yes,
Not
when I
to
was
say yes.
my mother's a nurse, so I was wanting to follow in her footsteps. But what changed? Well, I started. The English teacher in high school asked me if I wanted to, start being in the plays, and I kind of reluctantly did it. Just I don't know, because I liked the teacher. Well, it wasn't so much that. What really did it was when I went to visit this school in Yankton, South Dakota. It was an all girls Catholic school in Yankton, South Dakota, and we went to view the school like in February, which is like bleaker than bleak, right? The weather and I couldn't do it. It was like 350 girls, all Catholic, which is what I had come from. And I'm like, wow, I did this for 18 years. I can't do this for 4 more. So I think that's kind of what changed my mind, was just realizing that I was going to be in jail for 4 years if I didn't
But you were never
switch it up.
charged. You were never charged for it.
Never charged. No.
Let's